So I just got some problems with the recording program and it erased the sound of all that I recorded in the last 50 minutes. So here we go again. So yeah, I'm kind of not in a mood right now because I lost 50 minutes of work. That's cool. Basically, we want to restore the morph target first thing. So if you do anything wrong like that, and you're like, oh, I'm not recording Blendshapes and I did something wrong, you can switch back. And that's good, because sometimes I just forget to pull layers on and that saves my life. So I'm going to put my X symmetry on. Here in Z plugin we have Maya Blendshapes. Basically you want to click new layer and a new layer will appear here. So let's just do something really simple. Smile. Let's get our remove topological tool. Mask some of the stuff we don't want. Let's make a nice smile. Actually, this smile's pretty bad. You probably want to get the Stop Staring book. It's Stop Staring Facial Animation Done Right from Jason Ozipa. He gives some good ideas on what you want from facial shapes. And it has some scripts that you'll need for this process I'm going to show. Make a new one. It will be our frown. Just going to show the basics because I showed everything, like I did a lot of face shapes and I lost it all, so damn. Let's import the eyes. Go to the Polymesh 3D, get an eyes object that you export from Maya. Go back to your buffer head, append the eyes. So now I know where my eyes are, I can do my blink. Oh, I forgot to create my landscape layer. New layer. Okay, I'll just do it. I'm going to use the move elastic to do the brows because it's just easier. And I can refine it with the move topological. I would usually do one brow at a time, but just want to get this done. Yeah, one brow at a time, it's much better and easier. Why am I not being able to move this? I'm going to get rid of my mask. Okay. Something wrong. That was my focal shift. It's going to be a pretty bad blink, but just want to show you how it's done. You can do it taking your time and making a good blend shape. Okay. Yeah, that's bad, but that will do. I swear it looked better before I lost it all. Get the JSON or Zipa book. It will show you what blend shapes you want to be able to construct a lot of different face shapes. I'm only going to do a couple of them here because, yeah. So this will be brow down. Not going to do brown up, just brow down because I don't care. I'll use my morph to get some of that stuff that got down here. Oops. See. Okay. So this is my brow coming down. We probably would do brow up too, but I just want to show you the basics. That will do. Let's take this back to Maya. Go in the plugin. It's probably invisible right now. You turn it selected so it will only take the buffer head. Click export blend shapes. Okay. Gave us this head and this blend shapes here. You can see smile, frown, blink, that's all full. And brow down. Okay. I'll fix this blink a little bit because it's too much ugly. As you can see, it gave us the blend shapes here hidden. I'm going to show selection. It's over here. Doesn't have any material applied to it, so I'm just going to apply normal Lambert. That's very weird. Just bring this back here. Oh yeah, I should probably do that on both sides. Not saying this is good, but it's less bad. Where's my sculpt geometry tool? Okay, so as you can see, what we do in one side, on the original blend shape, is reflected in the blend shape. And that's still awful, but whatever. That's close enough. Can hide this back. So there's a couple of things we need to do. I talked about the JSON Zipa book. These are the scripts that come with the book. On the VFS you can find the book on resources, and the scripts are on the CD that comes with the book. Or else you just buy the book. It's a good book, I swear. First thing you do, we need to separate the brow blend shapes into different parts. So you can have like the inner brow and the outer brow, or even separate in 3 parts. I'm only going to separate into 2 parts for this lesson. Let's go into the Edit Deformers, Paint Blend Shape Weights tool. Here I can see my blend shapes, and I can paint the weights of the blend shapes. So like if I do here, I can paint the smile out, you see. What I'm going to do is paint everything out, select all the vertices just like I did when I was painting my skin weights. And I painted all out, all 0 value. On the smile it's important. You can paint in any of the blend shapes as long as it's not this first one, that buffer head blend shape. This is like the master one. So just painting the smile, could paint in any other one, that's not that one. Going to paint half of the face. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to paint this middle here to be my middle brow down. Let's paint this part here on the back. I'm going to paint out. Okay, so now I have my brow down here. Oh, I'm painting on smile, of course. There's a script here called cop. It lets me copy the paintings from one blend shape to the other. It comes with the JSON Zipa book. Stop staring. I'm going to copy the smile to the brow down. Okay, so now I have the smile, brow down are the same. If you're having problems when copying, it's probably because you didn't paint all black before start painting. That's why I usually paint all black before starting. So now my brow down only takes down the middle part as I wanted. I'm going to smooth it a little bit. See? I'm going to show you now the invert button. The invert button, it allows me to invert the painting. So now instead of bringing the middle part down, it's only bringing the sides. What the script does is when I have this painted, I turn it on, reverse it, turn it on and I click tap. Tap will get all my blend shapes that are turned on, and it's going to separate it with the inverse. So if I tap this, get these two blend shapes here. That's the middle part down and the outer part down. I'd usually separate into middle, the center of the eyebrow, and the outer part, but for this I'm going to only separate into 2. You can probably figure out how to do the rest. So I'm going to bring these blend shapes back into the original spot of them. I'm going to hide them. Now we don't need anymore the brow down. We have it separated into middle one. Let's see. What's the middle one? Okay. So let's call this mid brow down and out brow down. I'm going to delete the blend shapes. I'm going to hide this back. I'm going to apply all this back to the buffer head. So now I have my new blend shapes here. See? You can do just a few blend shapes and tap your way to more blend shapes. That's what I did before, but I lost it. So this is the smile, the frown. What we're going to do now is separate into left and right. So let's again paint it all black. It's important on the smile, not on the blend shape one. Going to paint half of it pure white. The middle, I'm going to paint just the middle. See, yeah, that's just the middle. I'm going to paint 0.5. I'm going to smooth it a little bit. So now my smile is only affecting one side. I'm going to copy it over to the others. See, yeah, it's working. I'm going to tap it. First I need to activate all the blend shapes, because the tap is only going to tap the blend shapes that are active. So let's tap this. Okay. I'm going to delete my old ones. Delete this. I'm going to apply it back, just to show you. Okay, so now I have my both sides. Can do like with this now, I'm going to select all my blend shapes. I'm going to Sport Selection. I'm going to Sport it, Blend Shapes, and I'm on the wrong folder as usual. Blend Shapes, new, because I lost the old one. Okay, this is the third time I'm recording this video. I just discovered that if I end the recording and instead of pressing save I press enter, it will just throw my recording away. So cool. Let's just do this. I'll get my new blend shapes that I saved on the other file. It's all here now. Select all of them. Go into the buffer head, selecting the buffer head last. Create the farmer's blend shape. So now I have all my blend shapes here. What I want to do is create a little bit of controllers for that. Let's say I want to put my blink into the aim of the eye, so I can throw my blinks here. I'm going to add it, add attribute. Let's say left blink. I'm going to put a minimum value of 0, maximum of 1, default 0. Going to add and right blink now. Minimum of 0, maximum of 1, default 0. These are the values for the blend shape. Okay, so now I have my left blink and right blink here. You can use the connection editor, general, connection editor. If you load left, you can have here the attributes that you want. If you have shown on keyable turned on, you're going to have a hard time finding those values. So I just keep those non-keyables off. Makes life easier. Okay, so on the right, I'm going to select my buffer head here. My blend shape node. Have to click here, then reload right. Again, remember to have shown on keyable turned off. Here I have my blend shapes. I'm going to get my left blink, connect to the left blink, right blink to the right blink. So now if I select my aim controller here, I can do my left blink and my right blink. Okay. Other way to do it is with set driven keys. Select here, I'm going to create a, let's say I'm going to create a left smile thing. Left smile. For set driven keys I can use different values, doesn't really matter, so I'm going to use -5, 5 and 0. Actually, instead of smile I'm going to call this emote, because I'm going to put the smile and the frown in the same controller. It's going to make it easier when animating. So I'm going to animate on the animation shelf. Animate, set everything key, set. I'm going to load the jaw in the driver's seat. Select the left emote. I'm going to go back to my buffer head, load driven on my blend shape node. It's important to click here. So I have my blend shape node here. I'm going to select my left smile and my left frown. So set everything keys work like here right now is 0. I'm going to key it. So as this is 0, these two are also set to 0. I key that when this is 0, both of those are going to be 0. I'm going to put now it to be 5. I'm going to go back to my buffer head. I'm going to set my smile to 1. So I'm keying now, telling it that when left emote is 5, I want left smile to be 1 and frown to be 0. I'm going to come back here and go left emote -5. You see it went back. I'm going to set my frown to 1, my smile to 0, and key. So now I have an animation key there that says that can be positive, -5. It's going to control the blend shapes according to that. And this also works with the jaw, so you can see. This is another way to do it. Last way to do it I'm going to show uses the JSON or Zipa book scripts. It's the slider button here in the scripts. It has a couple of different sliders. So it has this one, it has this other one. You can see this one only has left and right, this one has more quadrants. I'm going to make one for the middle brown. Actually I'm going to do the whole brown here. I usually separate it more, but I just want to show you how to do this controller. You can scale it down if you want, position it wherever you want. So if I select this here, I can move it to the quadrants. But if I go to the upper arrow key, I can move the whole thing. What you want to do is go into the connection editor again. As you can see, I have my... If you load just the middle one, you won't see all the things you need. So you need to go upper arrow key. So here I have my quadrants. I'm going to go back to my buffer head, blend shape node. I'm going to reload it on the right. So I can see my blend shapes here under weight, my quadrants here. So I'm going to say my northeast will activate my middle brow, left middle brow down. My southeast is going to activate my outer brow down. Just an example, okay? You can do wherever you want. Northeast will be my right middle brow down, southeast my south. So as you can see now, if I go north, it's activating both. If I go just one side, it's only activating one side. Other side, only the other side. Down, the outer parts. This is how you connect it. So that's basically it. I usually plan my controllers in advance. I get a notebook and I start thinking of all the blend shapes I have and what's the best way to create controllers for them, having in consideration these different types of controllers. There's the one that goes up and down. There's this one that it's only the north area. So you can plan your blend shapes and controllers accordingly. That's basically what I needed to show you guys about this. And I guess that's it.